Our work on the case today started back on June 8th of this year, just 13 days ago. We received a complaint that a black male at 121 Montclaire Circle in West Columbia, a 29-year-old black male, had pointed a firearm at some neighbors out in the roadway in front of a residential area. We took that report and since obtained 2 warrants for pointing and presenting a firearm at a person. During our course of the investigation on the suspect, became clear it was an unusual situation in the sense that we found out something recently changed in his life to start him acting irrationally. He was seen quite often carrying a long gun around the yard out to the mailbox, which is in itself not illegal, but obviously a little different in a residential neighborhood. Once we got the warrant for the last several days, we've been conducting surveillance on trying to catch him away from the residence where we could take him down away from his firearms. He did not afford us that opportunity. So this morning after daylight, about 6:30, a tactical team deployed down to the address at 121 Montclaire Circle to try to execute the arrest warrants. We engaged him verbally. It became apparent that he was not going to come out. I was told he called his attorney, started some dialogue. During the course of the morning, he started firing rounds out of the house. We were able to use technology to our advantage, deploying robots and drones. He shot at our robots. At some point, after the house was surrounded, he opened the door, shot at the robot, and engaged our officers by pointing the firearm at them. We returned a round, striking him somewhere in the lower jaw. Negotiations went on. He talked to us, fired more rounds. We were able to get some footage off our robots and hear obviously the rounds go off. For several hours it was kind of on and off. Then it just, communications cut off, and we knew he barricaded himself deeper into the house in a bathroom area. And for hours we couldn't get to him because he shut the bathroom door. There was no communication. When we finally were able to breach that door with the robot, we found him what looked incapacitated. We sent a team in and confirmed that. EMS was on the scene. Obviously, they were able to go in and check him. Coroner arrived and did pronounce him deceased. Obviously, we will hear from Coroner Fisher and her staff on the cause of death and the identification of the suspect. Like I said, we do know he fired multiple rounds after that initial shot over the next few hours, so that cause of death will be determined by her office. We know leading up, between the time we started looking at the case, he had posted threats to law enforcement and the general public on his social media platforms. Just another case where mental health plays in and it ends in an unfortunate situation. As my policy, I've asked SLED to conduct our portion of the officer-involved shooting in the case, and we will be obviously letting that process take its course, and you'll hear from them at the appropriate time about that. Certainly we will be talking to all our officers on the scene, because certainly it affects everybody. We're all humans, and when you spend 8 hours dealing with a situation like that and it comes to this unfortunate ending, it affects all of us. So certainly those are the facts as we know them today. I'll be happy to take any questions.
Is there anybody else in the house with him?
No, sir. Anything else?
Was there anybody in the house when this started?
No, sir, not to our knowledge.
And you mentioned this social media. A neighbor referred us to what we suspect to be that social media. And about 2 hours before 1, a video was posted of him with a bullet in his cheek, or a bullet hole in his cheek. Do you know if he might have caused that? Was that something else?
During the course of our investigation, we believe that is a result of the shot we fired. Since then, we know he shot at our robot and fired multiple rounds since the time our shot rang out and the end of the situation. Thank you all for your patience. Thank you for your cooperation. I know it's been a long morning for everybody, and certainly we'll get out the additional information as we have it. Thank you.